I just got to the dealership, gonna go inside, get these flywheel bolts. Let's go put a EJ in a Liberty. All right, so got the flywheel bolts. It's time to go put an EJ in a Liberty. I am in Indiana, PA, which is about, about 45 minutes northeast of Pittsburgh. And you guys know the Outback is in Pittsburgh. Oh, I lost the keys to the Cabrio. There they are. You have to take the keys out of the ignition in this car or the stereo never turns off. And that's a dead battery. So I'll see you guys at the shop. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Just got back from the Subaru dealership with a bag of bolts. I already got this in. You can see we got 8 flywheel bolts now. Little hash marks means that they've all been torqued to 58 pound-feet, which is the turbo torque spec, and this is an NA motor. Talked to a couple friends of mine who build insane Subarus. They said, no, you're an idiot and you need the extra torque and you're not going to hurt it. So just torque it to 58, not the 53 that an NA motor would normally get torqued to. And did it in the star pattern, all the things. It's going in. Let's do it. All right, DJ's in, and God willing and the creeks don't rise, it ain't coming back out. So now I'm gonna push the car back in the garage. I'm gonna get it up on stands, and I'm just gonna work my way from the starter to the bell housing bolts to the torque converter bolts, and then power steering lines, AC lines, water lines, fuel lines, and radiator lines. And then we're going to turn the key. Well, we'll put the header on it first, then we'll turn the key, make sure it fires off, runs good, and then fab the exhaust up. The great thing is, since I don't have half flat tires on the car, even though I did just add another 300 pounds back to the front end, it'll be just fine because These meaty boys roll so nice. These open countries, I cannot wait to go off-roading with these Toyota tires. They're gonna be so great.
Just inside the door, much as possible.
All right, let's check and make sure the door will close. It should. There should be zero obstruction. All right, let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's perfect. All right, let's send it back up. You know what, I'm gonna do as much as I can while it's on the ground. Everything with the bell housing bolts, I guess. And then the fun part's gonna be getting the air out of it. Alright, gloves, dummy. That's why we bought these. So not have to get our hands filthy. And it'll be any damn good if they stay in the drawer. Okay, so we're back. And so I kind of lied. Sort of, but not really. I'm going to do all the topside stuff first. And I'm just going to work my way across with all the engine stuff before I put the rad in. Because once I put the rad in, it's in the way. That's going to be an after I come back kind of thing. Because I have to leave in a little bit to go pick the wife up at work. Well, I would love to be able to get this thing fired off and go pick her up in it, but I don't want to rush it. So, banjo washer, high pressure power steering line. This already has a washer on it from the old engine, so that is probably with the missing flywheel bolt. Gone forever. Alright, I do like this one-piece jobby. It keeps you from losing things. This is a 14 mil bolt. Is that right? Where's my ratchet get? Losing tools. Good deal. Alright, that's done. Like, how the heck does that one put? Like that. All right. All right, wiring harness is next. Like I said, we're just gonna work from the passenger side straight over to the driver's side. Bracket's bent because Subaru didn't give us good lifting points for these engines. So alright, harness is hooked up. Oxygen sensors are not plugged in. That's my missing two plugs over here because they're attached to the header. Header will be last thing before we fire it off. So I guess it's time because the strap is done. It has served its purpose. I knew when I picked this engine up from the dude that I bought it from, his name's Caleb, super cool kid. I knew as soon as I pulled up to his garage, and this was in his garage, as soon as I pulled up to his garage, and he brings this engine out with a seat belt for a lifting strap, I knew that I was in the right place around the right people. Because redneck. And it looks like I pinched the seat belt a little bit when I retightened that bracket. So we're just gonna give her a haircut and call her fine. Alright, so the old engine had a brand new Daco serpentine belt on it. And it had a brand new thermostat in it, Subaru branded thermostat. Those have both been migrated to this engine. So alternator is next. You have to find the nut for the exciter wire. There's just a nut on here. Apparently, I was going to take the easy way, and I'm going to just go ahead and continue that. And instead of, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't remember how to release that clip for that channel. It's because I took the channel off of the old engine. So that all that I would have to do is snap it on the new one. So, yeah. Harness retainer. This goes on this EJ. Subaru parts bucket is where? Over there. So then all I gotta do is this. Just go click and she's in. Plug the AC in. Plug the pressure switch in. Plug the exciter wire in. Plug the charging wire in. Tear the front end of the car apart with my hands. battery we go. The washer is already on there. Dielectric grease is already on there. 12 mil. All right. Don't be dumb. Do not use a power tool to attach the wire to the alternator. The next step will be removing this alternator and putting that one in its place. All right. Cap. A little red cap from alternator. Has gone AWOL. In an illegal absence. We'll find it. It'll face Captain's Mass and Court Martial. Hoo-yah. Alright. Oh, there it is. Oh, the flywheel. I need to bolt the flywheel to the work converter. Let's do that. I think the easiest way to do that, I guess I don't really need to, but it might be easier, is to take the throttle body off. So I'm just going to do that. Because I'm going to roll and I just don't want to fight with things. So let's just go ahead, take the throttle body off. 4 10mm bolts. Give me all the rooms. Break these joints loose. And I'm not taking the plenum off of the intake manifold or anything. I'm literally just taking just the throttle body off, just to get it out of the way of the access hole for the torque converter bolts. I'm not even going to unplug it. It's literally just getting moved out of the way. One bolt. Two bolts. Just for the sake of argument, ask me how I know it's easier to do that if you take the throttle body off. Yeah. Three volt. All right, that was Subaru Plinko right there. Price is Right edition. Okay, well, we're gonna get the scope so that we can see what the hell is going on. Those are hood bolts. Oh, look at that! I got a flywheel bolt right up on top. So I just need to turn the torque converter. This bit would probably be easier without the starter in. Bolt hole number 1. These 4 bolts that are together are not all the same bolt. Those are 3 matching. 4 matching. These I'm going to guess being all rusty. And being 4 self-starting matching bolts, these are my quick converter bolts. Trick is to be smarter than the latch. Or 90 degree look. Actually, I need a 22mm socket and a 1/2" drive ratchet. So what's going on here is let me show you. So in a Subaru, that's your access to the flywheel. Let's see it on the camera here. And so I just need to get that centered more in the hole, is really what I'm looking at. So the first thing I need to do, now that we got the 2 close together, is I'm just going to move the flywheel by itself. So right there. And now the torque converter just has to come a little scoochy straight there. This is the cover, the access cover, and that needs to just be out of the way. If I drop one of these, there's only one way to get it back. These are I'm telling you. Damn it. Up. I don't know what the torque spec on that is. But it was click. She's in. First one is pretty easy. Let's stick with that method. We use a ratchet wrench. Started with my fingers. Use a ratchet wrench to snugger. Big joint in that. Scooch too far. I'm like, actually, I think I'm gonna hit my target. The car won't be on stands, but it'll be ready to go onto the stands. Alright, so now that I've gotten all 4 bolts in, I will tell you that I was absolutely scared to my wit's end that I was going to drop one of those into the bell housing. Because like I said, there was only one way to get them back out if I did. I don't know how to put that cover back on. Let's put the throttle body back on. We will call this part of this task done. Four ends are the same length. 3 of them are, so I would guess the fourth one is too. Yep, I guessed properly, correctly. Not even the same one, but I love it when you reach into a drawer and just pluck a 10 mil out. I need a 3/8. 3-inch extender. Oh, it's right there. Probably got the 10 mil socket that I couldn't find on it. Hey, look at that. Right there, right there. All right. Let's see. Now this is sitting flat and level. Definitely needs some oil. Definitely needs some. That's all right. I brought oil. All right, I'm back. We're gonna get this Subaru up in the air. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna get this Subaru up in the air, so I can't close the garage door yet because I gotta jack the back end up from outside. Get this jacked up on stands, and then start to get it finished. Let's do this. All right. Grab a couple stands. You guys are used to seeing me do shorts and watching me do almost nothing, and you just watch me swap an engine by myself. So, yes, I actually do work. Corey's just better at a lot of things than I am, and something I told a friend of mine who was busting my balls about it one time. I said, "Did I just dent my fender?" Hate these flimsy things. I told him, I said, one thing I learned in my almost 50 years on this earth, is when someone can do something better than you and quicker than you, the best thing you can do is hand them what they need and get the hell out of their way. So that's why you normally see Corey doing a lot of stuff. But as you can see, I kind of do know what I'm doing a little bit. So at that point in time, I'm just going to go ahead, because once these bell housing bolts are in, the next step in the party is the header. Okay. So, it's header time. Oh yeah. Swing around here so that you can see my bald spot. Okay, well, this one has one bolt, one stud that stayed in, and all the rest of them came out. So I'm gonna have to take one nut off of one of these studs, which will be fine. I'll pick the prettiest looking one. I mean, that's none of them, if I'm honest, but probably that one. Alright. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's my alignment tab. Oh, we got two. Oh my. Three. Get this started. Ooh, that was positive engagement. Did it hurt? Alright, now we'll get this side back off. Slip the gasket up right now. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, this thing definitely. Definitely leaking off. Okay, so we need to get these 3 nuts off of these studs. All right, so this is one of the studs. We need to take that nut off. And yeah, door's gonna get closed like right now because they're way too loud. That's why we put air conditioning in the shop. Alright, somewhere is a wire brush for the grinder. Let me find that. What we need to do is we need to clean those threads up. Well, we're going to abort the grinder idea because it's probably going to just be rowdy anyway. So we're just going to use a hand brush, and all I'm trying to do is get Cadillac crud all over me. All I'm trying to do, this will lubricate it a little bit too, is just get any excess off of it so it doesn't build up in the threads. And then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask it ever so nicely if it wouldn't mind coming off of there. Like I said, we're going to politely ask it to stop messing about. So I'm just going to put a little heat to this. Ta-da! Don't touch that, it's slightly warm. Okay. Well, let's get this out of here. And we're going to go ahead and load up the next one. And we're just going to lather, rinse, repeat until we've got 3. Nuts. They make surgery. They have surgeries for that, you know. A fellow doesn't have to live his whole anyway. anyway. You gotta be careful. You gotta get her glowing, but you cannot puddle it. If you puddle it, you're gonna ruin the nut. I'll try this one. Just hit it with the impact, it might actually work. Nope. Same thing as the other two. Shock? Nope. Not at all. Kind of figured it to be. I said to Corey about how easy these engines come out, and he made the statement about how much trouble we had with this one. That was pretty good, wasn't it? I adjusted my flame watching the camera. And he made the statement about how much of a fight it was to separate these two. And I will make the same statement for these nuts as I did for these nuts. Anyway, sorry Snoop. But I'll make the same statement for this procedure as I made for the engine transmission. These have been together for 17 years. They don't really want to come apart with her. Alright, let's get a cup of water. Loose joints off. Got 5 gallon of water right here. Just need a little leash. A little leash to wash. You know, wash the dishes. Here's what we're in there. What's the thing is drain pan? Hang that torch right there. All over things. Oh, yeah. So, the cap for the jug is actually under the spout. I didn't want it spilling in the cabby. Alright, so let that go for a minute. Hey, that's warm, that stud. Get that out of there. And I definitely like that trash can placement. Less and less with each day. As I said when I put it there so it'd be easier to catch on fire. And, I mean, I didn't even get close to, but this is like a fire table. I mean, everything's done here literally involves a blowtorch or molten steel. That's not the best place for the garbage can. But this pile of schmutz, obviously that's going to go back on the car. Probably in the next couple minutes because I don't really need it off anymore. But, yeah. What happened to my light? I might have just turned it up. There's one. I forgot these are like stubborn. It's a credit study too. They're the worst though. Well. Yeah, why not, right? Okay. Well, whoa, hey, watch your freaking head. Holy jig. Alright, so we're going to plug into oxygen sensors. And then we're going to try to fire this pig off. And I do not, for any reason, feel like there's any reason why it shouldn't light. It should light just fine. Alright. All right, factory. This damn fender. I've caved it in 4 times. Alright, let's get this battery tightened. I'm gonna open the garage door. We'll put the jumper pack up to this because I know it's gonna have like 9 volts. I gotta put the air box on it. Or mass airflow sensor is not gonna be in place. This being a different engine shit, he's balling me up.
Well, that rule didn't appear to be that one, but what are you doing?
Okay. That was a years old technique taught to me by a Subaru whisperer. Nope, that was the farm boy in me saying just put the boots to it. It was just not. Alright, need the mass airflow sensor. Part of the box. We literally just cut that right there. But for right now, with oil. I got it straight. Alright. There it is. Alright. That's everything, yeah? I would like to have it so I can see real-time numbers. There's the devices. Alright. Where is the diag tool? I'm gonna light this pig up. In the van. It's in the fucking van. Whatever. I'm firing it in anyway. I don't care. We're done. It's time. Things ready? Get her up to 12 volts. Wow, listen how smooth that sounds. That doesn't have any exhaust on it at all. That's a header. That's it. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. Well, first I'm gonna shut this down so it's not too damn hot to finish. And now we gotta go up in the other bay and get the exhaust and put it back on the car with a couple little modifications. God damn, son. Oh, way over there. Oh. Chest cab. Neighbor of the cigar bar above 565 came over and introduced himself. Seemed like a super nice fella. Here, you don't want to be looking at my chin. All right. There we go. Okay. Connected. Oh my. Okay, like I said, I can't run the air out of this yet because I still got Corey coming, hopefully, to fix that header flange. All right, so there's There's a term in fluid dynamics called head pressure. And basically what that says is the higher elevation that you have, the more pressure you generate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up. It's a completely empty cooling system. We're just going to let her do her thing. It'll take all of this jug, which there's about a little over half of a gallon in that. Let's throttle that a little bit, kind of control the bubbles. Word. Now, you also need this to be deep enough to create enough resistance that the bubbles don't make a splash and you do a mess. That will keep it from going on the floor. And I also have this cardboard here, which will keep it from going on the floor. That's a whole gallon. See, that's empty. So, that's gallon number 1. All right, so yes, all of the things. Back end's on the floor. Put these tires on. Exhaust is buttoned up. I freaked myself out pretty good because I forgot that the exhaust was still full of water from the blown head gaskets in the other engine, and it started to steam. And I was like, ah! And then it clicked in my head because there's like a whole puddle outside that is actual water that ran out of the exhaust pipe when I was taking the factory manifold off of it, because we got a 4-to-1 header on the car now. These folks out back of 565 are being extra tonight. There you have it. 40-mile test drive in the bag. Car works like it's brand new. Car works better than it ever did. Heater like almost melted me. It's insane. When we first got this car, the heat didn't work at all, and now it'll like physically hurt you. It's so hot. So that's gonna wrap it for this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for this, and 100-mile road trip tomorrow to test it right.